Hi, Dave Parody here with another Slide Makeover video podcast based on the ideas in my book, Visual Slide Revolution. Today we're going to look at slide backgrounds, specifically images in the background. And the slide I've selected for today's makeover comes from New York Governor Andrew Cuomo in his recent State of the State address. Got a lot of press because supposedly it's one of the first major speeches that was done using PowerPoint as a visual aid. So I looked at a number of the slides online and I selected this one that we're going to look at today just as an example. So let's take a look at the slide.
You'll notice on this slide, it's very typical of the slides that Governor Cuomo used, is that there is an image in the background behind the information, the data that he's trying to present. So in this particular case, they've got an image of different dollar bills, money in the background, and then right underneath the taller stack of gold coins there, it looks like fireworks are exploding, and that ties into the title of this particular slide, Exploding Pension Costs. The challenge with background images is that you tend to have the audience focus on those images, taking focus away from the key information. When you first looked at this slide, did you focus on the key content, which was, look at over a 15-year period, look at how much the pension costs have increased for the state? Well, you might have, but a lot of people would focus on, whoa, what's going on in the background there? Oh, there's a $50 bill. Oh yeah, that looks like some fireworks. And that's the problem with background images. They take focus away from the key information, the message you're trying to deliver. So what I did is I redid this slide. I couldn't get all the fonts exactly, but I liked the two stacks of coins. So here's how I redid the slide. What I did is I took out that background image, put a plain green, picking up one of the greens out of that slide, and used the two stacks of coins, the silver and the gold coins. And now, where is your focus? Your focus is clearly on the information I'm presenting, and you go, wow, you see that arrow so much clearer. It points out, wow, 476% increase over 15 years. Wow. I mean, that must be way more than inflation or average salary increases, things like that. So what this does is it really focuses on the message we're trying to deliver. So before we get to the lessons, again, a reminder, more information on the book, www.visualsliderevolution.com. For more information on my training, consulting, other resources, go to my main website, ThinkOutsideTheSlide.com. So our lessons for today, looking at distracting background images. First of all, the background is there just to be in the background. That's why it's called that. It should not take the focus away from the visual or the text that you're using to deliver your message. When it starts to do that, you are diminishing your message, and the slide is actually working against you instead of for you. Now, I'm not opposed to images. I think images can be a great part of the visual that you're using. In this particular slide that we looked at today, I thought using the coins as the columns in the column graph was a great idea. And it really illustrated the concept that this is real money that we're talking about here, not just columns on a graph. So I'm not opposed to images, just integrate them as part of the visual. Make them part of the visual instead of distracting in the background. When can you use background images? Well, one of the ways to use them is if you're doing a multi-section or multi-part presentation, you could use it as a background for a slide that introduces that particular section, because there's really no key content you're going through. You're just kind of letting the audience know, hey, we're moving to a new section. And if that image is going to help them get in the mood or set the tone for that section, use it. So when you're thinking about putting a background image on your slide, keep these lessons in mind and make sure that it's not distracting the audience from what you want the focus of them to be, which is on your message. This is Dave Parody with another Slide Makeover video podcast.